10 Most Dangerous Countries in the World to Avoid in 2023. The Institute for Economics and Peace, IEP, publishes the Global Peace Index, GPI, each year. 163 nations are ranked by the GPI according to how peaceful they are. 10. Sudan. For a variety of causes, Sudan is among the most dangerous nations in the world. Years of war and violence have damaged the country, and the situation is getting worse. Since 1983, the country has been in the throes of a civil war that has claimed the lives of nearly 2 million people. Millions of people have been displaced as a result of the genocide allegedly committed by the Sudanese government in the Darfur region. 9. Central African Republic. The Central African Republic is one of the most dangerous countries in the world due to ongoing violence and humanitarian crisis. There is no end in sight to the violence and instability that have plagued the country for many years. More than half of the population is dependent on humanitarian aid, and the fighting has forced millions to flee their homes. Many civilians have been raped or otherwise abused, and the violence has resulted in thousands of deaths and injuries. 8. Somalia. The American State Department advises against traveling to Somalia owing to armed conflict, the ongoing very high threat of terrorist attacks and kidnapping, and dangerous levels of violent crime. Terrorist attacks are common in Somalia. Aden Atta International Airport, government officials and buildings, hotels, restaurants, foreigners and foreign interests, and UN staff are all potential targets. Hundreds of people have been killed or injured in recent incidents. 7. Iraq. The seventh most unsafe nation in the world is Iraq, which ranks 157th on the Global Peace Index. This is mainly due to the ongoing unrest and violence in the country. Numerous ongoing wars and the aftermath of the Iraq War have resulted in millions of people being displaced, thousands of civilians dying, and great human misery. 6. Democratic Republic of the Congo. Violence and unrest have plagued the Democratic Republic of Congo for many years, and the situation is getting worse. There are numerous armed factions operating throughout the country, and the government is incredibly unstable. In addition, there is a lot of poverty and inequality, which makes it easy for terrorist groups and criminal gangs to find new recruits. 5. South Sudan. In 2022, South Sudan is the most dangerous country in Africa. Since seceding from Sudan in 2011, the country has experienced unrest and civil war. More than 2 million people have been displaced, and fighting has claimed the lives of more than 400,000 people. Life in South Sudan is challenging due to the many armed factions that populate the country. 4. Russia. Due to its high homicide rate and rising political unrest, Russia ranks as the fourth most dangerous nation in the world in 2022. In comparison to other nations, Russia has a high homicide rate, with 9.5 murders per 100,000 people. This is most likely a result of Russia's extreme levels of poverty and inequality, as well as the absence of the rule of law and pervasive corruption. 3. Syria. A cruel civil war has been raging in Syria since 2011. The death toll is over 250,000 and there are now more than 7.6 million internally displaced people. The nation's health and education systems are in ruins, and the country's infrastructure has been completely destroyed. Terrorist organizations such as ISIS, which have committed horrific atrocities against the population, have also gained popularity as a result of the fighting. 2. Yemen. In 2022, Yemen is the second most deadly nation on earth. Since 2015, a civil war has been raging in the nation, and things have only gotten worse. The conflict has claimed the lives of tens of thousands of people and forced millions more to flee their homes. Famine is pervasive, and basic services like healthcare and education are in short supply. 1. Afghanistan. As a result of more than 2 decades of war, the country now has one of the lowest human development indices in the world. The ongoing conflict has also led to high levels of violence and insecurity, with civilians often bearing the brunt of these effects. Corruption in the Afghan government has hampered the delivery of basic services and the development of the country's infrastructure. That's all for today's video. Make sure to subscribe to our channel for more videos like this.